Hello and welcome. My name is Kathy A, and yes, it's the beginning of April, which means I'm going to do the very end of March faves and flops. I do have a couple of updates for you. The number one update, and I'm sure you've all been kind of curious about this, the Pioneer's veneers. They sent me 2 pair, as you know, and I did an extensive review on them. I didn't grade them very highly because they did not fit me very well. And they said that from watching the video and from my remarks, they realized that the size was not done correctly. Maybe I didn't take the molds correctly, I don't know, but they sent me another pair that they had refined based on what they saw in the video. I'm wearing them now. I can speak. I'm not wearing the bottoms because I still can't talk with top and bottom. And if you notice, there is a slight lisp to my speech using just the tops, but I'm telling you, they're much more comfortable. And you know, I can do nice selfies with them. So if you're going to a wedding or you're going to an event, an anniversary party, a picnic, graduation, something like that, I would recommend, and you don't have to buy the bottoms and the tops, you can just buy the tops. I would recommend you get the tops if you're going to do that. They cost a lot less than both the top and bottom, and I think you can get by with these. You can drink and you can eat very soft foods. After you finish eating and drinking, personally, I'd excuse myself to the ladies' room, take them out, wash them, and put them back in to get all the muck that collects inside them. But I would say they are very, very doable, you know, and I was pretty hard on them. I felt a little bad, and they were so gracious about it and very, very professional. So Pioneer's veneers, I would say ethically, they did the right thing. And honestly, these fit better and they look better. Let me get close. And you really cannot tell I'm wearing fake teeth unless you're used to hearing me speak. And I usually don't have a lisp. So I'm sure I could probably train myself to work around this, but I can't with the lowers in. So unfortunately, the lower teeth did not work for me. And so to clean these, you just put like a denture tab in a little glass of water, and then drop the tab in, and then drop the teeth in for about 5 to 10 minutes, and it cleans them right off. You have a little brush here, you can brush them. So it does, they do not stain. Well, I think that that's, you know, a real positive. So I wanted to update you because just fairly, they really made the effort to correct the situation. And it could have been user error. It could have been me when I originally took those molds. I might have moved a little bit or something that made them bigger. These fit snugly, and honestly, I think they did a good job with them. They don't look like horse teeth like my other ones did, and I'm really pleased with these. And I'm just kind of bowled over by it, so I'm going to recommend the tops anyway, not the bottoms. The bottoms still made it awkward to talk or drink or do anything. I wouldn't recommend the bottoms. I mean, I'm always honest with you, as you know, and but these are great. So Pioneer's veneers, and don't get the bright white. These are the just white, regular white. The bright white are way too neon white, and they don't look natural, especially on an older person. Now the other thing I wanted to talk about is my hair. I'm going to show you quickly. This is my wig. This is real natural human hair. First of all, this is beautiful box. This is a wonderful presentation, and you can tell this is a high-end kind of a luxury item. So once you pull this off, again, the presentation is beautiful. Even the inside is kind of a marbled pink. It's kind of neat. I'm not always a packaging person, but you know, then you have other stuff in here. But this is the bag that holds your wig itself, and I'll open that in a moment. Let's look at a few of the other things in here. There's a thank you note from the company thanking me for purchasing from them. And here is the tags that came off. This is WIGSHE, and then it tells me the style. So what this is if you are going through cancer treatments and you have no hair left on your head, or you have very little hair, this particular item is Velcro. It has in the front, it has no it adheres to your head really well, and it has an open gap there, so it'll look like your scalp underneath the wig. So this will hold, this will take the place of having hair, and the wig can kind of clasp onto this if you don't have hair. If you do have hair, you can pretty much attach it to your own hair. And then they have the pretty pink fluffy stuff. So in the wig bag, it will be contained in a hairnet, which I took off already because I did want to try this on. I couldn't wait. So the first thing you always do with a new wig is you shake it. Shake it, baby. And that takes the packing material shape out of it. And I just want to show you the inside of this headpiece. It's very, very well made. This is human hair. And so because of that, it won't have that unnatural flow to it or unnatural color. You know, sometimes it gets really shiny if it's that synthetic stuff. And synthetic hair, after you've been using it for a while, can get very matted and ratty looking. This is like having your own personal hair. And so you would wash this in a mild shampoo and put conditioner in it, just like you would your own hair. Whereas with a wig, you have to use a special shampoo because that's an inanimate object that you're washing. So this is just beautiful. On the top here, I have to show you the way the scalp is on this. Your scalp will show through here, and I think that's a wonderful thing because then it gives it even more of a natural look to the wig. Now this is a 16-inch natural hair wig, and I'll put in the description bar what the design number is on this, so if you're interested in this one. Now this has a lace, what they call a lace front. You probably wondered why they did that, but that is all in part of the knotting and construction of the actual hair. There is some in the front. So I cut this off before I put the wig on because I don't want to put scissors all around my head. So I'm just going to cut off that part. And I'm just going to lean over. And I'm just going to pull this over. Now if I really wanted to, I could take some of these and create bangs or shorter sections in the front. Or I could take it right over to a hairdresser and have them Now, because of the way this wig is designed, I'm going to get up really close. You can see. Now, I can style it and do all kinds of things with it, but I want you to see it in a base form. I just put it on, literally for the first time. It takes a minute to get used to it. But it's beautiful. It's a beautiful head of hair. It does not look artificial. Now the best thing to do when you want to do a haircut on a wig is to take it to a hairdresser. Don't do this on your own. Take it to a hairdresser. And I'm going to take this out. And I'm going to pull this over this way. In an angle. And I'm going to take this side. From here. I'm going to pull it over this way. And then if you want to have layers, you can look at what's here. And what's here. Want to have bangs. Now if I want to curl this, I can use my rollers, I can use a curling iron on a low temperature. It's really a beautiful, beautiful wig. So we started with 16 inches, and I did take some out, and I think that, you know, you have to adjust a wig to what you want. You don't have to keep it straight out of the box the way it is. Now I can also pull this back, get it out of my face, I can pull it up, I can put it in a ponytail, I can braid it and put it down the side. It's just a beautiful wig, and it feels natural. What I really like about it is when you compare it with a synthetic wig, like if the wind blows, the hair goes in one unit, you know, it'll be like a unit stuck to another unit, and it doesn't flow nicely. Human hair is definitely worth the extra money that you have to pay for it, but I mean, it's beautiful. And if you're having a bad hair day, if you're going through treatments and you're losing your hair, this is just so wonderful. You know, I've been wearing wigs since the year 2002 when I had surgery, and it was a terrible, terrible time. My body was so stressed out, and I lost by clumps. I lost big clumps of hair, and it was devastating. As a woman, it's devastating to lose your hair. It's part of like your feminine identity, really. And so I started wearing wigs way back then, and I just never stopped. Even though my hair did eventually grow back in, it's a different texture, it's a different style. There are some days that I just don't have good hair. And I just love the idea that I can wear a wig and nobody knows. Since then, I cut it, I washed it, dried it, and I colored it. I colored it with hair color, the same color as my natural hair. And I wanted to test it out. I cut it into a wolf cut. I cut bangs into it. I did everything to it I would do to my natural hair, and boy, I tell you, it's holding up nicely. Now I did, you can straighten it with a flat iron. It does go kinky after you wash it and put moisturizer on it. You can use your regular shampoo and moisturizer on it. You can use hair tools. I used a straightener, I used curlers. It's been really, really nice. Is this a thing now? Everybody's wearing this. I had to get one too. Isn't that cute? It's just so cute that way. If you have lost your hair, or it's so thin you just have big patches of scalp showing, something like this is so worth it because it's human hair. Some poor woman gave up her hair, and that's why it costs so much, because they have to pay the people who give up their natural hair for this. It's human hair. And when I washed it, I think the person who had donated was somebody, maybe African American heritage, somebody with dark black hair, because the roots were very dark. Now I colored them with the same hair color that I used on my own hair, which is this. This is the Age Beautiful color. And this is the 9G is the color. And this did not take the color as well as my regular natural hair, but I think there's chemistry put into the Remy human hair that makes it resistant to a lot of things. And maybe after I wash it a few more times, it'll take color a little bit easier. And so I will link it below. I know it's a hefty price tag, and you know, I'm just saying, if you have thinning hair and you are looking for something, I got the 16-inch, which is a little pricier than the 14-inch. So you can order something that costs much less than that, but I'm telling you, you can't even see. And look at this. It looks like my natural part here. It just looks like my hair, and it doesn't move. It doesn't move. And I think it's gorgeous. So that's my my human hair wig, my Remy wig. This is the 030 wig, and it was originally a very, very cool toned bleach blonde color. I wanted to make it a little bit warmer because I'm a spring person on that Color Me Beautiful thing, and I wanted it to match. So anyway, I'm going to take these teeth out so I can speak a little clearer. I'll be right back with you. Okay, here they are. I had a little bit of an accident two weeks ago, right after I did my last video. I think the next day I was getting out of my car and I had my phone in my hand, and I looked up and all these birds were lined up on the CVS sign, and I thought, oh, that is so cool, I'm going to take a picture. So I took a picture and I closed my door and I went to put my phone in my purse as I was walking towards the store, and I missed one of those cement parking barriers, you know, the little cement things they put in front of each parking place. I tripped right over it, fell flat on my face. I got terrible bruising here. My teeth pushed in. My bottom layer of teeth went up into my upper lip, and I had the worst cut in there. I almost went to the ER for stitches, but I thought I'd give it a try. I put my castor oil on it, and it took a week and a half to heal. And my upper lip still is a little bit numb in the middle from the fall. So I was bruised and swollen, and I was really shaken up, and it was really a scary moment for me as an older person. I had a slight concussion, they said, which is kind of interesting. And I went to work the next day, and my face was all black and blue, like somebody had, you know, hauled off and nailed me in a boxing match or something. So because of that, I wasn't able to film up until I think today is really the first day I'd look as normal as possible. So, but I have a lot of stuff to talk to you about. Of course, the Sephora sale started today. And you know, I started going to Sephora in 2013 when I started my channel here on YouTube, and I built myself up into a rouge right away. So from 2014 until last year, I was a rouge. So I was always, you know, I got first picks at the sale, I got the 20% off, and I got all these advertisements and notifications and things like that for sales. I got really nice perks for my birthday, and you know, everything was hunky-dory. Well, last year I did not go to Sephora for several reasons, and I got demoted down to insider, not even VIB, insider. Those are the 10%, and I can't shop until next week. And it never bothered me thinking, well, you know, I spend a lot of money, so this is my reward. I never thought about how the other people felt when Sephora had a sale and they had to wait a week and then they only got 10% off. But I'm feeling it firsthand now, and it feels horrible. It is such an unfair validation of your customers to layer them that way. I mean, honestly, 10% is not, it's 10 cents on a dollar. 10%. Come on, Sephora. So I am not going to be shopping the Sephora sale this year, and I'm not making recommendations. And you know, for that and for several other reasons, Sephora has really irked me over the past year and a half. And several others of you have mentioned too, how you're basically invisible when you go in there. How they kind of push you towards products that they want to sell, or they ignore you, or they're totally insensitive to your needs, or if you say something they recommend a product that really won't work for you. I just absolutely have stopped being interested in Sephora, and unless there's something there that they sell there that they don't sell anywhere else, I'm not going to be shopping there anymore. Now, Ulta, in the meantime, sent me a coupon for 20% off my order. So I went to Ulta and I did my 20% there. Sure, I didn't get a couple of the things that Sephora carries that they don't, but I did get a few things. I'm quite excited. and something new that is a new holy grail. Who knew? But so before I go into the makeup, I want to talk about a couple of things on the side. This is an amazing book, and I know I'm not really known for book reading. I'm kind of a recipe book and how-to book kind of person. I don't like reading novels and stories and things. I'm not a reader that way, but I do like stuff like this. This is Nobody Wants Your It's all about decluttering, and it's by Messy Kondo, and it's a real like parody take on Marie Kondo. And of course, you know, she started the craze of downsizing, of minimalizing your stuff around you because it can cause stress, it can really weigh you down. And then the Swedish death cleaning, that is something that came up when, you know, you're getting older and you have a lot of stuff around you. Are you enjoying it? Is it something that you want to leave behind for your kids to have to go through? Are they going to want any of your stuff? It really has a lot of very thought-provoking ideas. Now, this book is hilariously funny. It goes through a very sensitive subject in a very, very funny way. And I totally recommend this book. I got mine on Amazon. I'm on chapter 3, and it's very inspiring. I think we all have a lot of stuff we've just been keeping in bags and boxes for years and years and years. And it means something to us, and we think, well, it defines who I am, you know, this is who I am. But, you know, when people are going through it, when you pass away, they're not going to know. And I recall when my parents, my father died last, and he had lived in the house since 1955, and this was, you know, maybe 10 years ago. I had to go through the house and with my sister and my brother, and we had to kind of figure out what we were going to split between us, what we were going to donate, what we were going to sell in a yard sale, and what we were going to throw away. And we found things that I'm sure were very sentimental to my father or my mother. There were rocks from a beach. There was, you know, lots of beer can tops and beer can openers and, you know, things like that. And there were so many things that I'm sure meant a lot to him, but they don't mean anything to me. And I wound up taking bags and boxes of my mother's stuff and his stuff to my place, and I was just carrying them from box to box, to apartment to apartment, to house, marriage to marriage, and I really don't want it. And it's kind of like, do you want to strap your kids with this stuff? So this is something that well worth a read, and it's just so funny the way they write it. It's very entertaining to read it. So I got this recipe for a tortilla omelet, and it is the coolest thing. I'm just going to show you real quick how I made it, and it's so easy to make. So I got these tart pans, and they're about 5 inches in diameter, and the bottoms come out, so you can just lift it right out. But this is perfect for making these in. I mean, imagine if you everybody has their own omelet, they can have whatever they want in it. And I put the cheese on the top and bake it in. It's so nice. I mean, you just 25 to 28 minutes, and it's a perfect. The eggs cook perfectly. I like sliced tomatoes and green pepper on mine with some nice cheddar cheese on the top. You can use Mexican cheeses, cheddar jack. There's all kinds of different things. You can even do like spinach with Swiss cheese on it if you want. But I love the tortilla. The tortilla crisps up really nicely. And then afterwards you can freeze it. And I freeze mine in parchment paper, and then I thaw it out the next morning. I will heat it for 3 minutes in the microwave, and it comes out really nice. You can then toast it for 1 minute in your toaster oven to get that crispiness on the bottom. But it's really, really delicious, and it's delicious, you know, afterwards too. So it's something you can store and freeze. And it's a really nice, quick meal to do. And I'm just so glad. And I love these little pie plates. They wash up easily, and they're the perfect size. These are the small tortilla shells that you can buy a pack of them for a couple of bucks. And I just squish it in there, and you put your egg mixture in there and all your vegetables and stuff. Put it in the oven, and I serve them. And I think it's a great recipe. That's my food for today. So how many of you are still married, or you're dating, or you're going into the dating world? I gotta talk about this. This is, and I don't believe I'm talking about this. This is a long-lasting moisture lubrication. This is something that you insert. Yeah, it's actually a cream. You use it twice a week, and it comes like this. And this, all the gook's in here. You twist this off, and you just push it so that you get a little bit coming out of the top there. There you go. And then you can kind of lubricate the sides. You put that in, and then you take this and you roll it right up to the edge. You only put it in up to this point. And it inserts this goop into you. And what it does is it coats the inside of your vaginal walls, and it absorbs in, and it helps take away the dead skin cells and moisturize the walls so that they're a little more flexible and elastic. So, oh my God, I don't believe I'm talking about this. Okay, but it's really nice. Twice a week, every 3 days. You know, you could try it. Tuesday and Friday's nice, you know. But this is the vaginal long-lasting moisture lubrication. It's not just a lube gel, it's a conditioner. And it doesn't all dribble out like splooge strain. You know, if you know, you know. It stays in, and you may get a very slight bit of discharge, but it basically stays in there and works its magic. And they have various different kinds on Amazon. I trust this brand, and these work really nicely. And you know, they're packaged discreetly, so you've got this, looks almost like tampons. Remember those from the 80s, how they packaged them like that? So ladies in your 60s, you know, you're kind of tight and it hurts, this will help you out, okay? I'm on your side, man. I'm your girl. Okay, now that I've opened it. So with that in mind, bet you can't guess what this is. It's a mask, but it's not for your face. Yes, yes, yes. Now, if you're doing any kind of landscaping in that particular area, you know, and again, if you know, you know, you put this on once a week in that area, and you just lay down for a little bit and look at your phone or something for, you know, 20 minutes while this does its magic. It helps with lumps and bumps, ingrown hairs. Yep, it is. It's for the vajayjay. It is a mask for that. I know, it's a new world. It's a new world. But I'm not going to open this one and demonstrate it, okay? Just use your imagination. Yeah. If you need it, it's there. They have them, and they have different flavors. God bless them on Amazon. Cheryl over in California, my buddy over there, she kept pestering me to get this off of Amazon. This is the Misha Glow, Glam Glow. And what this is, the Glow Skin Balm. This is a marvelous skin priming conditioner. I would put this up in the ranks of Charlotte Tilbury's Magic Cream. It's an extremely wonderful product, and I'm so glad she nagged me to get it because I've really been enjoying this. Comes with a little spatula so you don't take too much out, and also you don't put your gnarly old fingers in there. If you use the spatula and put it in, I put it in even after the castor oil and everything else. I put it in as my face base, and then I put my foundation over the top, and it works really nicely. It plays well with foundations. It doesn't pill up or anything, and my skin feels so hydrated and nice. I wish I had gotten this earlier in the winter when my skin was really dry. So thank you, Cheryl, for nagging me to get this because I'm really liking it. Everything that I'm talking about today, I will have it linked below, and I'll also try to pin it in the first comment so you can click on it and look at it. It doesn't cost you anything more to click on my links, but it sure does help out my channel. I don't know if you notice, a lot of us on here have been kind of like, we're not kind of in dire straits, but you know, everything changed after COVID. People weren't watching so much, they weren't buying stuff so much, and it hurt us financially as far as, you know, clicking on links and things like that. Even just going to look at something helps us out. So even just clicking on the link to look at something would be really nice of you to do. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. If you were subscribed to me years ago and you're giving me another chance because I irritated you over something, please, I'm a nicer person now. I am. I'm really trying to be a better person as an old person. Okay. This is from Essence, and again, somebody told me that they use this, and I think it was Cheryl, it might have been somebody else, but this is the Prime. This is an eye primer from Essence Cosmetics, and this works really nicely. I was impressed with this. It works as nicely as the Milani eye primer, so I think it's a pretty good one, and you know, I've tried it, hasn't like creased or caused any cracks. My colors come out really good when I'm using eyeshadow with it. So for the price, which I think is, you know, like $3.99 or something, well worth it. Much less than even the Milani. A lot of the drugstore prices now, as you know, are really, really high, and that's burning me up too. I tell you, it's like we used to go to the drugstore to save money, and now they're almost neck and neck. You might as well get the real expensive thing, really. Ugh. Anyway, so Essence, the eye primer, excellent. Just look for the little purple tube, and that worked out nicely. I'm going to say it again because I have a backup now. This is the Sassy and Chic Blender Sponge. I got the black one. They have it in pink, and they have it in another color, I think, and the black. What a wonderful sponge this is. I like this as well as the Beauty Blender from Sephora. It is soft, it is pliable, it works the same, but what I really like about this sponge is when you are washing it, it doesn't dent. It doesn't. Some of the sponges, when you go to wash them, you know, when you're washing them under the water and you're squeezing them and stuff, your nails hit them, and some of them get cracks and dents and dings in them, but these do not. And this expands up really big once it's wet, and it's really, really good for applying, especially your thicker foundations. I really like this. So it is the Sassy and Chic, and it is the black, I like the black makeup sponge. I think it looks like a professional would use. And I'm still not happy with this Danessa Myricks one. I just, this, it's way too much comes out for one thing. Look at this. God, now I got that raccoon thing going on here. I am not happy with the coverage that it gives. It gives a very, very thick coverage and it cracks. It cracks after a couple hours. And I tried to, you know, like work it, but I don't know. I just haven't liked it, and I feel bad that that's the way it's been going. But let me just put some powder on this, because so I don't know. It cracked on me, and I didn't think it was all that. And a lot of people think this is their favorite concealer. So it could be me because I have too much texture under my eyes, or right on the inside where I was using it, it just cracks. And I fix it around noontime, but I just don't think it's all that. And I think this one works better. And this is the L'Oreal True Match Concealer, the new one that just came out. This works so much better than this. So, I don't know what to tell you. This one has a nice doe foot applicator, and I'm just going to put this here. See, very similar color, but yet this blends better into the skin. And this one doesn't blend as nicely. It's really, really opaque. And this one, you can see, it just blended nicely into the skin. So maybe it's the opaqueness about this. It's just too much color and it's too light. But I do like the L'Oreal, and there's a huge price difference here, even though it is L'Oreal and they tend to be a little pricier in the drugstore. I do like this True Match concealer. Very, very nice. This is shade N1. N1. I think I probably would go with like another shade darker, deeper than this if I were to buy this again, because this is just slightly lighter than my skin tone, and I think matching it might be a better choice. This one I'm going to have to, anytime I use it, I have to use a deepening shade to offset it a little bit because it's too light and it's too strong. So it could be me that I didn't buy the right shade, and that's the problem. I don't know. Again, user error. I did try this. This is, I haven't tried it in years. This is the CoverGirl Smoothers Foundation. And, you know, this is kind of fun. It does break apart after about 5 hours. It didn't last my whole work day, so I was a little disappointed in that. I'm wondering maybe if I use another product with it, it might last longer. But this is a very nice sheer coverage foundation. It works really well. The first 4 hours anyway, it looks really nice. It looks like my skin's healthy. This is a shade 720 in the CoverGirl Smoothers Foundation. This is an old school one. I just thought I'd give it a try again because, you know, since I'm doing better skincare, I would think that some of these things are going to react differently than they used to. And I am still enjoying this Jerome Alexander. This is the Air Spray Foundation. This is pretty much a holy grail at this point for me. I love this. I don't know how many servings it has in it. I'm still using it. I've used it probably 9 times, and it still seems to have a lot of product in there. So I have to see how many servings it has before I give it my total seal of approval. So that is the airbrush foundation from Jerome Alexander. Now you don't spray this onto your face, you spray this onto a brush that they actually give you with it, which they give you the brush to go with it. You spray the brush with like 3 squirts and you work it really quickly. I do one side at a time. Spray it, other side down the neck, décolleté, and it's done. And you don't feel like you're wearing anything. You don't look like you're wearing anything, but your skin looks amazing because it is an airbrush, just like I was airbrushed at my wedding by a professional, and it reminds me of that so much. It really is a beautiful and inexpensive foundation. I think it's $19.99 on Amazon right now. I'll link it below. It was on sale, and it's definitely worth it because you get the brush too, and the brush is awesome. I've washed the brush 8 times now, and it's holding up nicely. I just think this is a nice deal, and it's one of those as seen on TV type of things, and I'll be darned if it doesn't work really well. This is new from Essence. This is called Baby's Got Blush, and I picked one up. I took it from the back. None of them were sealed, and it already looks like somebody has used it. I was so disgusted. It also smears away to nothing. You can hardly see it, so I'm returning this, even though it's, you know, I think I got it for $2.99 because I got the 20% off. It just creeps me out that somebody else used it, and also it's very disappointing as a product. So the Essence Baby Got Blush, very, very bad performance, and it's really creepy that somebody has been using this. I think this might have been set out as the sample tester or something, and then they just put the cap on and put it in the back, because I always take from the back. I never take anything in the front because I think people have done this. Oh, well, anyway. Color Pop. This is a beautiful blush. Oh my gosh. This is called Shortbread, and this is the Color Pop Powder to Cream Blush. I don't know how they call it, but it's so creamy, and it is a it's a powder. Now I'm warm toned skin. I'm a spring, and it's just so pretty on. It just gives you a beautiful, healthy look. It's not overpowering. It's not too blushy looking. It's not that carnival old granny look kind of thing. It's a beautiful blush, and it's called Shortbread from ColourPop. It's been a while since I used anything from there, so. And speaking of that, there is a new, it's like a display at Dollar Tree, and the makeup is called Vibin. This looks like a blush or like a contour kind of thing, but it is actually, it's a highlighter if you have a deeper toned skin. You can use it to like shine up your blush if you're a lighter skinned person, but I think if you're a deeper skinned person, this is a beautiful highlighter. I think this would work on medium to deep skin tones as a highlighter. On lighter skin tones, you can just zip up your blush and your contour nicely with it. But the star player here is XOXO. This shade is so gorgeous on. I actually, and I don't do this with Dollar Tree stuff, I bought a backup. I love it so much. This is XOXO, and this, again, like the Shortbread shade, it's just so pretty on. I just look healthy. I don't look overdone. It's just a beautiful color. XOXO from Vibin. It's hanging up on the, there's like a little end cap, and this is the shade to try if you are warm toned. If you are cool toned, this is the shade you might want to try, a nice Barbie pink. It reminds me of the one that's very, very popular right now. Everybody wants that warm toned pink. You got it with this for sure. Let me just put it on here. It's not as strong a bright pink on, and it does sheer out, so you know, anybody I would say medium deep to light can wear this. If you have a cool tone skin, you're going to love it. But this was my star player. This is the XOXO shade. So check this out if you're in the Dollar Tree. And you know, I don't normally promote the Dollar Tree stuff. I know I did some videos and stuff about it, but you know, still in the final curtain here, most of my stuff is not from the Dollar Tree in my makeup collection. So this was new from Ulta Beauty, and I was quite impressed with this. This is the contour stick called Oh My Glow, I believe. Yeah, Oh My Glow. And it is a contour stick, tiny little thing, but let me just show you. It blends nicely. I think it's just as nice as the Fenty Beauty stick, and it's about 1/10 of the price. This is really nice. It's from Ulta Beauty, and I think these are on sale this week for 40% off. They have 2 shades. They have this one in tiramisu, I think, or something like that. There's another shade. This one is kind of a neutral brown gray, so you can do really nice contour with it. The other one has a reddish undertone to it. I only saw the 2 shades, so I don't know if they have more or not, but I think this was really nice. Oh My Glow from Ulta Beauty. And again, I do promote Ulta over Sephora any day of the week, especially since they treat their customers right. Yep. I went to the Thrive site because I wanted to get new mascara, because my mascara was 4 months old and I don't like to have it go that long. And I did get the dark brown this time, actually. This is the, I think it's Crystal is the brown. Yeah, Crystal is the dark brown. And let me just show you what it looks like compared to the black. I really like this dark brown. You know, it is my favorite. It is my favorite mascara of all time. However, we have something that has now come into play here. Let me just use this. I do the black underneath so you can see the difference. I really do throw my black away after the 3 to 4 month mark. So you can say there's not a whole lot of difference between the two. But I do prefer the brown. I think the brown is much more smooth looking on my eyes, and I think it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous shade compared to the black. The black can look a little spider leggy sometimes on me. It's very harsh. So the brown actually tones it down just a little bit, and I think, and it's not so much that, you know, it's too light. I think that this dark brown Crystal mascara is awesome. It's really good. And if you have brown eyebrows, you can use it in those as well. You'll be really pleased if you try it. So Crystal is the mascara from Thrive Cosmetics. Of course, that's my favorite mascara brand. And I also got a eyeliner in brown because I wanted to try to do tight lining under here with a dark brown, and this works very nicely. This is a dark brown eyeliner. You can use it to tightline, or you can make a, you know, a bitchin' wing, or, you know, just line lightly in your eyes and smear it. It stays put really well. These makeup items were made for people who have lost their facial hair and lost a lot of the coloring in their skin, and so their makeup is really, really extra good quality. And plus, anytime you purchase something from Thrive Cosmetics, they donate money or cosmetics to causes, to scholarships, to victims, to shelters, to cancer patients, and I really like that. So I like supporting a company like this, and that is Thrive Cosmetics. Now, on a side note, NYX, NYX as some people call it, but it's pronounced NYX. They have changed their lip liners and eyeliners. They are no longer being made in France. NYX is making them in Mexico now, and the formulation is very different, especially the lip liners. I used to just always trust their lip liners as being excellent, and the last one that I purchased was really crumbly and didn't last, and it was just it was hard on my lips. And I looked and I noticed that they used to make them in France, and they used to have Germany made eyeliners and stuff, and I noticed they seem to be making them in Mexico now. And I'm no shade on Mexico, but I think because they change factories, the formulation is different. So if you're noticing that your NYX lip liner or your eyeliner isn't performing the same way, that could have something to do with it. I am blown away by this mascara, and I got it in the sale at Ulta for 20% off. They sent me a coupon because they cherish their customers and they don't rank them. This is the Tartelette XL mascara from Tarte. And I'm not normally a Tarte person because I went through a phase, you know, 5-10 years ago where I loved them. I bought everything that came out. They've been iffy. Some of their stuff's been good, some's been bad. I'm not really crazy about some of their other mascaras. The Lights Camera Lashes wasn't too bad. The one in the wooden tube wasn't too bad, but it wasn't exemplary. But that changed with this one. This just came out and it's in a gold tube. Don't confuse it. It is the Tartelette XL tubing mascara. And it's the XL part that makes this different. The other one comes in a purple tube. It's the regular tubing mascara. This is the XL. Make sure you get this one because this is the baby. This is the one. Oh my gosh. This works as well as Thrive Cosmetics, okay? The only thing I've got to say about this is that it's right around the same price as Thrive. So it's kind of like, and Thrive gives money to charities and stuff, so I'm really torn on this because I like the way, right from the very first time I used it, this is an awesome mascara. It's awesome. I use it every day. It doesn't leave dings. It doesn't smear. It gives big old honking lashes like I love. It is awesome. Comes in a box like this. So it is the Tarte Tubing XL mascara. Absolutely amazing. Tartelette XL tubing mascara in the gold tube. You will not be disappointed. They didn't have the travel size of this because I was just going to get the travel size because I thought, oh, how good can it be, you know? It's awesome. It's awesome. It's my favorite. It is my holy grail mascara right now. It's better than anything I have used, up to and including Thrive. So, wow. And if you can get it with a coupon, use your, you know, points, your Ulta points, because again, they treat their customers well. Get it there. They have it. It's the Tartelette XL Tubing Mascara. I had a couple of weird fails here. This is from Dollar Tree. And look at this packaging. It looks a lot like the Maybelline packaging, but it's nothing like it. The Maybelline packaging for these is a liquid lip, and these are lipsticks. There's no longevity with these lipsticks, and I was a little disappointed. The colors look so similar. It's very neon pink for this one. No scent, which is nice. And the other one, let me just, that one was sweet pink. And now this one, let me just show you this. I think this is something to do with a rose. This one is Rosy Nude. Again, it's not a liquid lip like the, and this is your kind of a nude, cool tone nude shade. Some of you may like this. I thought it felt a little bit dry, and again, you know, it is a Dollar Tree product, so meh, you know. I'm not going to, for $1.25, I'm not going to waste my lipstick of the day on something like this. Revlon did something really cute. They, in their newest packaging for their lip liners, they show you what the lip liner pairs really nicely with. And I think that's a really nice little educational extra here. You can see this particular lip liner goes with these lipsticks. I think that's really cool. So if you buy a lipstick, you can look and see what the best lip liner for it would be. Now I've got this one here. That's called Blush. That is the lip liner called Blush. Really, really nice, really beautiful lip liner. And I got several different Revlon lipsticks. They've got all of the new shades are out now. They've actually worked the new shades into the main display of Revlon lipsticks. At first they just had a little side display with about 4 or 5 of the newer shades. They didn't have all the newer shades in it. And I was kind of frustrated because the shades I was interested in were not in that little thing. And I thought, well, why did they introduce all of these shades and then only have a few of them on display? Well, it's because they're introduced, all of them are going into the main Revlon Lustrous lipstick display. So I've got 4 of the new shades. I've got 4 of the new shades. I love them. I love the Lustrous formulation from Revlon is my favorite lipstick formulation for drugstore. I think it's just awesome and really, really good. This one is called Bear It All. I think this is one of their Flushed. It is Fire Peach. Really pretty. I also have the older one, Peach Me, which is a little bit more of a tawny peach. And I have a Soft Silver Red, which is my favorite color of all time. Soft Silver Red. So those are the Revlon shades that I have presently. And the new ones are really good. The new shades are awesome. And then I wanted to try this CoverGirl one. This is number 15, shade 15. It's a really nice warm nude shade. I just put it over the top here. I've been mixing my lipsticks lately more so than before. I don't know if it's a thing this year also, but I've been mixing 2 shades of lipstick to create new shades. And this is really nice. This is shade 15 from CoverGirl. I did try these new Juicy Bombs from Essence. They're kind of mucky and it's a real gacky kind of strong fruity smell that comes out. They do give you a nice shiny lip. It's that fake candy fruit scent to it. And it doesn't last very long, but I mean, if you initially want some moisture on your lips, it's kind of nice. It's called the Juicy Bomb from Essence. It is just a kind of a gloopy gloss. It's not a lip oil. It's just a gloopy gloss. Now your lips don't stick together with it, which is a real plus, but I can't stand that smell. It's a little bit too strong and too fake, candy kind of smell. And the last item here is from LA Colors. This is the Bubble Tea Collection lip glosses, and I just thought it looked so pretty in the tube. This one is called Chocolate Latte, and it's such a pretty color. And it adds a little bit of sheen to your lips. It's not a strong color, but it's just a real pretty sheen, a kind of a coppery sheen. It adds over the top of a lipstick, and it has a wonderful chocolate flavor to it. It is a chocolate latte scent. And it's not a lot of color to it, but it's very, very pretty. And this is from LA Colors, a very unusual source. This was on an end cap also for summertime, I think. They were doing the ice drinks thing. And this one actually was kind of nice. Again, it doesn't last very long. but it adds a nice coppery sheen to whatever color you have for your lipstick or your lips on their own. So there's one more. This is the Blake's Pink, it's called, from L'Oreal. I don't know if this was a discontinued line from L'Oreal. I vaguely remember it was a popular thing a few years ago, but I thought I would try this beautiful bright salmon. It's Blake's. It's almost neon though. It's a little too bright, but mixed with other things, it works really nicely. So again, if I mix it with something, it's not bad. It does have a little bit of that perfuming L'Oreal thing going on, which I can't stand their scents that they put in their lip products. But it is a very pretty lipstick and it lasts quite a while on the lips. And this is Blake's Pink on the top here. Well, it's been a lot of fun today, and I hope maybe if you see anything that you like during this video, you'll click on one of the links and look at it. Perhaps buy it. That would be great. It would help me out a lot. I am an Amazon affiliate, so if you do click on one of those links, they do give me, like, I think it's 0.003 cents per click or something like that. I'm not a millionaire from this, believe me. But, you know, if you buy something and they give me my 6 cents or whatever towards, that's still 6 cents I can put towards purchasing things for next month's reviews. So I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope all of you are well and happy. We had an earthquake today in Connecticut. Oh my gosh. Well, it was actually in New Jersey, but we felt it in Connecticut. The house was shaking like this for about 20 seconds. I was like, oh my God, it's like living in LA. So, okay, I'm out of here now. I will be back soon with another video. And thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't, and hit the thumbs up button if you can. Just some kind of engagement. Thumbs down if you have to. I don't know. Something. Give some kind of reaction if you can. If you're watching this on TV, you can click up and go over and you have a thumbs up or a thumbs down, so you can click on one of those. Any kind of response helps our videos. So all of us, you know, there's a lot of us aren't here anymore. Do you notice a lot of the people you watched even 3 or 4 years ago are no longer on YouTube? So, you know, we're working on it. We're working on it, trying to stay there for you. And, you know, I enjoy doing these videos so much. It helps me get through my day sometimes. When I'm having a rough day, I think, well, you know, I'll be filming later. And so it's fun to do, and I think it's good to learn about things together. And I always appreciate your comments. I'm always learning from you. And, you know, some of the things that I used today were because of suggestions by you. So I always appreciate your comments and constructive criticism also. And anyway, take care, everybody. Have a safe and happy week, and I'll be with you in the next video. Take care. Toodles.